Nowadays, if I spend a day without exercising, it just made me think about the benefits that I am missing. Things like the boost in my creativity, the release of stress, or the increase of my energy levels. And don't even get me started in how it has transformed my body. But honestly, 7 years ago, I would have never imagined that I would be here today talking to you about fitness. Maybe because it wasn't even a thing for me. I've always been a chubby guy. So, obviously, the first thing that I tried to do was to lose my belly fat and my chest fat. I have done things like going for a run from time to time, I have played basketball to make it fun, and of course, I have done some abs workouts. But it didn't last long. Then, I tried many times in different seasons to lift some weights. Because doing this, I will be getting a toner body, meaning that at some point I will also lose my belly and chest fat. I even did a 3 months program called Operación Cuadritos, Operation Abs, which was in preparation for the summer. But again, soon enough, I wasn't doing any workout at all. And I think that the main reason why this couldn't stick to my routine was because I didn't know the things that I'm gonna share with you today. But first, a disclaimer. I am not a fitness coach, not a professional athlete. I'm just a regular guy doing regular stuff. Here, I'm just sharing my experience about how working really hard, day in, day out, I am able and have been able to reach my goals. Let's continue. Today, I will share with you 4 steps that I have followed to make fitness stick to my routine. The first one is to discover the why. As I told you before, my main reason was just to look better. But I discovered the hard way that looking better wouldn't make me go the extra mile. It wouldn't even make me do the extra repetitions that I needed to do at the gym, and especially it wouldn't make me not stop when the things were really hard. I remember a long time ago, me and my siblings were doing some workout, and we started to do some push-ups. I remember I couldn't do even one, and then I looked to my side, and my little sister was doing several push-ups, like it was just a natural thing to do. I remember I felt so powerless, and that this feeling stuck with me for a long time in the back of my head. In 2014, I decided to not feel powerless anymore, and to take control of my life in every sense, especially my body. Nowadays, working out is part of my routine, and it is just like eating, working, and having time with my family. And it is because I don't do it because of just having a toner body. I do it because I know it is super important for me to be able to live a healthier and happier life, and to be able to do the things that I love and plan to do with my life. The second step is to make it simple. And what I mean by this is to be able to have a process that will make me come with the less excuses possible to not do the things that I want to do. Something you may do to make this simple is first to take something that you really like to do. It may be basketball, playing tennis, biking, running, or even chess boxing.
Recovered and actually push on again. And that's the bell!
Yes, that's a sport, don't ask me. Whatever it may be, but something that you really like and that you would do even for fun. Another thing is that I needed to plan ahead. So I started to planning my workout before coming to the gym, and also taking my clothes the night before, so I am prepared in the morning to just go to the gym right away. And I also picked the nearest gym possible. Again, trying to just not create excuses for me to go to the gym. And lastly, start small. Leo Babauta, in his book, The Power of Less, says that from 5 to 10 minutes is more than enough to be able to start creating a habit. And I can assure you that after you have created a habit, you will feel the need of increasing this time naturally. The third step is to set a time. I have tried to go to the gym in the morning, but it is a bit hard for me because I'm not always a morning person, which means that I have skipped going to the gym many times. Then I try to go during my lunch breaks, and it somewhat works, but sometimes I feel like pressure to just come back to work, and sometimes I wasn't able to complete my routine as I planned. I've also tried to do it late in the evening, but then at that point I am completely exhausted from work and from all the things that I've done during the day, and it doesn't make me be able to do my best in my workout. What has absolutely worked for me is something that I learned in the book Atomic Habits. There, James Clear talks about habit stacking. He also has a blog post about it, so I'm gonna put it in the description for you to read it later. There are a lot of habits that we take for granted, and that we don't even think about them as habits. Let's take me as an example. The first thing I do when I wake up is to brush my teeth. Then I make some coffee, and then I read a book. The way that these habits are stacked makes it a lot harder for me to not brush my teeth after I wake up. So I use this technique to go to the gym just after I finish my work day. This is a perfect trigger for me to just go to the gym after work, not excuses. After you find the perfect time for you to do your workout, make sure that you make this a priority for you. Don't let anything to come before this. For me, it has been that the chosen time that I have comes usually together with social gatherings. So my solution for this has always been to just say, see you after the gym. And finally, the fourth step has been the 2 days rule. This is something that I learned a year ago from one of my favorite YouTubers, Matt Diabella.
There's one rule in particular, the 2-day rule, that I can credit to being the most influential in my own personal life.
And it has been a game changer for me. The 2 days rule basically says that you cannot skip something that you are doing 2 days in a row. For example, you cannot skip going to the gym, in my case, 2 days in a row. Meaning that if I didn't go to the gym yesterday, that means that I must go today. Spending longer times without working out would make it easier for us to lose our habit. So sticking to the rule is crucial. I used to work out during the weekdays and then take the weekend off. But I noticed that if I missed the Friday, for example, then my next workout was 3 days later. And it was a bit hard for me to keep into account what days I was working out or not. With the 2 days rule, it's simple. I just need to remember, if I didn't work out yesterday, I must work out today. No excuses. These are the 4 steps that had helped me to stick fitness to my routine for more than 7 years. Discover the why, make it simple, set a time, and follow the 2 days rule. Of course, this is not as easy as it sounds. Very often life just goes into the way. I get sick, go for a travel, coronavirus. But the best thing we could do is to just get back on track as soon as possible. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So just make sure that you stick to your habit as long as possible. If you like this video or thought about someone else while watching it, please share it. I know it has been super helpful for me to hear about this a long time ago. See you next time.